Alright, back again for another blind league match. We'll be on the play. I keep this because Ponder is basically a wild card. Basically, wild card. Pardon me. Yeah, basically hands that have like a counterspell, a cantrip, lands, and removal. I mean, you're set against basically everything, or a little bit of everything, right? Once you figure out what's going on, then you can adapt your plan a little bit. Verdant into swamps. This is maybe turbo depths. That would be my estimate so far. Slow depths. Yeah, looks like slow depths. Okay, if they play like a bob on one, we can kill it, which is nice. Yep, okay. I like these decks that play Mox Diamond because frequently you get to steal Mox Diamond with Dak and then it's just back-breaking. This matchup, it's really, really swingy. I think that this deck is slightly favored, but it's certainly swingy because they have some insane draws. But if they are on the slower, grindier plan, well, this deck plays the slow, grindy game better than almost any other deck in the format. Sure. Huh. I'm probably supposed to force that. I don't want them to draw a whole bunch of cards. So we're going to Dak next turn, but let's see if we can get them to sack a land. If they sack a land here to protect Safekeeper, they're going to be super far behind on mana because we can steal Mox Diamond. Okay, that's fine. They could have a discard spell for Dak, but if they do that, then we'll just play like Snap Push or something. Eat their mana a little more. Just like Sylvan Library. That'd be pretty good. Oh, that's also pretty good. Yeah, that makes this guy a lot better. Hold it. Punishing Fire down. Oh no. Losing our graveyard here is like kind of annoying, but it's more annoying if we've used an Edict. Because we don't have a ton of answers to Marit Lage in the main. And we can use Dak to fill our yard pretty easily for Snapcaster. There will be plenty of cantrips in our yard that we don't want to actually pay mana on. a diamond. Yeah, that loam was pretty good for them. That's for sure. It's kind of interesting. They can sack bog and get it back later if they decide that that's what they need to do. I'm curious if they want to just keep dredging loam every turn. Oof. I mean, this is like the best card in their deck, pretty much. So knowing that there's 2 fewer in the deck is pretty nice. And like they're getting lands into their hand, but one of their lands is already an Urborg, so like them having 2 just means they have lands in their hand. Not really cards that do anything. Hopefully they don't have a way of killing Dak here. It's fine. Well, I'm pretty okay with that. Yeah. Well, let's start getting damage. If they attack, I will happily ambush Viper with Mr. Chan. Pardon me. There's a stage. If they had a decay, they would just use it on deck. If similarly, they would probably do the same with Assassin's Trophy. So I felt like that was pretty easy one there. Okay, let's brainstorm. Liliana's Triumph is great. We don't want it in our hand just yet. And we're insulating it. The reason we put it 2 down is because we're insulating it from discard. We'll see it next turn, basically no matter what. But if they use a discard spell on us, we don't want them to see our Liliana's Triumph. And we definitely wanted to increase our clock here. It's like moderately annoying. Let's just Edict. We have Snapcaster, so we can hopefully flash it back. We would really like if they did not have a discard spell here. We don't really have another way of dealing with this though, like they're not gonna... It would just take too many turns to relevantly deal with this, so we're just gonna do it now and move on. Yeah, this card is quite strong. So they have like 2 crop rotations and a dark depths that they would like to draw. Yeah, I'll draw. And if it's another blue card, then well, it was not. but if it had been, we would have forced to keep our Snapcaster Mage in hand. Let's continue the Dag Faden game. Don't really need those cards. Getting some damage. We want to have force up for the rest of the game. What do we have here? Decay on Dag. Okay. That is fine. We drew an abrupt decay of our own. I guess if we do this, then we're, I think, guaranteed to win. Because we put them to 1 here, and they will have to put up 2 blockers. Two flying blockers. Alright, so we escaped with game 1. That's the worst one, for sure. Let's see, so what do we want? We want To the Slaughter, we want Surgicals, we want Assassin's Trophy, we want Pulse of Mirasa, and I think we probably want Kolaghan's Command. I think they put Pithing Needle. Cards we don't want. Nihil Spellbomb, Thought Seize, 1 Punishing Fire, Toxic Deluge, and Narset. I think I like Leovold. So, reasoning. Thought Seize is fine, but it's pretty awkward because their most dangerous card is Crop Rotation, and when you lower, or when you tap mana to deal with it, they can just kill you out of nowhere and you can't do anything about it. Narset, I think, is just too slow. They're not like a go-wide creature deck, so I don't like Deluge that much. Cut 1 Punishing Fire because their grindy plan, while annoying, we can deal with. Spellbomb is just not high impact. Edict is self-explanatory, I think. It kills Marit Lage. Assassin's Trophy kills Dark Depths, or Thespian Stage that is a copy of Dark Depths before it can transform. Kolaghan's Command deals with Pithing Needle, and also it's just like a removal spell for their other nonsense. Pulse of Mirasa puts you above 20 and can rebuy cards like Baleful Strix. And then Surgical Extraction deals with Marit Lage, or the Dark Depths once you've beaten Marit Lage 1 time. So I think I like doing something like this. Yeah, I've changed up my sideboard a little bit recently, so my numbers aren't all as solid as they were. This hand looks good. We have turn 1 discard, which turn 1 discard is much better than like turn 3 discard, which is why I'm happy to see it in my opener, but I don't want like a lot of that affecting my deck. We've got counters and Ponder, so if they play Bob on turn 1, I think I Force Pitch Force. If they discard, I just say fine. Man, it would be really nice to have Sylvan Library. Yeah, we'll Force Pitch Force. It'd be really nice to draw a Surgical here. This deck is way easier to read if they don't have depths. Well, Hymn to Turok is the annoying card. Crop Rotation is powerful, but it's also very resource intense, right? This is 2-for-1 for them, against them, and if we ever force it, then they're like super far behind. So it's not nearly as scary as Hymn to Turok, which could like hit my lands and then I would be dead in the water. I like that. Stealing Mox Diamond is very powerful. So with this Surgical, we can, if their first one goes and gets a stage, then the second one we can tag the depths. It's a little awkward for sure, but forces them to have correct sequencing. Using DAC to steal Diamond may induce some awkward play from our opponent as well, which is always nice. Steal. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes for some reason they don't tap their thing, and then you get free mana for the turn, which is pretty cool. I'll attack. I don't think they can realistically crop rotation me this turn. Actually, I guess maybe if they'd drawn a third one, they could have. Okay, let's eat their depths while they're tapped out. So, yeah, like I said, this deck will be much easier to beat without depths, and they agree. Yeah, I was gonna have DAC fade in, and yeah, they were super far behind. That's the game one was not typical. It wasn't like too far away from typical, but it's not. The first game is usually a little closer. The second game, when you, I think you gain a lot of points just from knowing what they're on. Like that informs the range of hands that you can keep, and you also get more tools. So anyway, that's the Turbo Depths matchup, or Slow Depths, I guess. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you for the next one.